looking at other aids to effectively communicate, before you speak, think. Yes. Is what you're going to say true? Is what you're going to say hurtful or helpful to whoever you're communicating with? Is what you're going to say improve on the silence? Is it necessary? Is it kind? And is it short, soft, and sweet? When you're talking to someone, make sure you have that heart-to-heart connection. How do you do this? Listen carefully. Be focused. Don't be distracted. Having a chat with someone and back of your mind, what am I going to cook tonight? Be fully present in the moment. Be patient, especially if the person that you're communicating with does not get what you are telling them immediately. Show humility. And I think we mentioned already, be respectful. Now sometimes part of communication is giving advice. How do you give advice? Only give it when you're asked for it. Or offer it, and the person refuses, don't give it. Don't feel obliged that you have to give your advice. If you're giving advice, keep it short and simple. Again, by talking too much, you may actually confuse them more. Be patient when giving advice, and never give advice that's critical in public. If there's something critical, always make sure you do it in private. Now, you may give criticism, but you also may need to receive criticism. So how do you do that? Again, don't react to criticism, but identify and act to correct the fault. Remember, when you're being criticized, God is testing you. How do you maintain equanimity when you're being criticized? And the criticism may be actually true. Be grateful for the person to pointing out the criticism. Another aid, avoid but as a connector after a positive comment. Rather use yes. Yes, you did very well, and next time you can do better. But if you say yes, you did very well, but you're actually judging. So, but is usually a judgmental thing, try to avoid it. And if you use but, it can be also interpreted as being disrespectful to that person. What do you do when you're dealing with a person that's angry or upset? Sometimes just being quiet and listening is all that's required. That person has an agitated mind. It's probably best to leave communication for later on. Part of communication sometimes is making an apology. How do you do that? Keep it short and sweet. I am sorry. Don't try and explain in great detail, because again, you may try and justify the wrongs you have done. Likewise, don't make excuses. If you are apologizing, obviously something is wrong, ask for forgiveness. To end, I want to share a few of Swami's, what I'm calling pearls of wisdom. Swami says, in order to promote harmony, the first rule you must follow is control the tongue. Do not give all your thoughts immediate expression. Select, ponder, and then speak out. Speak softly, sweetly, and without malice in your heart. Speak as if you are addressing the Sai who resides in everyone. Another one. If you want to know the way in which you have to observe truth in speech, read the Bhagavad Gita. It tells you the best speech is speech that does not create pain or anger or grief to others. The scriptures also say, speak the truth and speak pleasantly. Do not speak the truth which is not pleasant. If speaking the truth will cause grief or pain, keep silent. The first step in spiritual discipline is the cleansing of speech. Talk sweetly without anger. Do not boast of your scholarship or attainments. Be humble, eager to serve. Conserve your speech. Practice silence. That will save you from squabbles, idle thoughts, and factions. Why has God given you a tongue? Is it to partake of the delicious food? No, not merely for that. The tongue is given to chant the divine name and to talk sweetly and softly. Do not talk as you please, which may hurt the feelings of others. Some people may not pay heed to you if you talk sweetly and softly and sweetly. It is their fate. They may not listen, or they may listen or not, but you should always talk in a pleasing manner. If that is not possible, observe silence. When you are silent, there can be no conflict. Only those who do not recognize divinity act in a foolish manner. In fact, man himself is divine. Only then can he become a perfect human being. Whatever you do, do it in a perfect manner. Lastly, to summarize the take-home points, if love is the basis of all our communication, we will automatically be a better communicator. We should act and speak with love, do our best, and leave the outcome in God's hands. Loving communication is a sure path to peace of mind. Om Sai.